How about another Mrs. VacLab whole house carpet cleaning? Isn't she beautiful there in her wonderfully flowing long hair that gets caught in the brush rolls every time we vacuum? And we have to spend minutes tearing it out. So today we have Bissell versus Bissell. We have blue versus red. We have Helix versus Turbo. And a special mention to Thomas Rechtenwald for bringing over an upgraded hose and also giving me some wands. And actually on the top there is a little crevice tool. I can't remember if the combination tool, Thomas, you brought me that or I already had that. But anyway, thanks for the upgrades. So they are greatly appreciated. So Mrs. Lab has decided to start out with the red turbo because it has a cord that's so long we can do the one plug for the second floor. So let's go ahead and get started with the turbo. There you go. Bye-bye, Helix, for now. Nice carpet line. Ah, it's a little heavy to hold, apparently.
A little hard to push.
Yeah. All that Bissell 12 amp power. Okay, so what do we think about using the turbo? I think this was the fancier and more expensive of the two.
Overall, it's okay. It's a bit heavy for me for the
Back and
not
forth?
heavy, hard to push it forwards.
Huh.
So yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it in my arm. My arm is tired.
Is it heavy to hold in your hand? Does a lot of downforce, a lot of weight in your hand without even moving it?
I
How does
mean,
that feel?
it's got some weight to it, but to me, it's
It's
hard to push.
okay, back and forth
and
pushing.
It's heavy to, I guess heavy to pull.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right.
and overall, it's tiring.
Okay, so let's switch from red to blue. Just as a reminder for my new viewers, these red and blue Bissells that you see, these were trash picked, and you can see that in, their playlists, their respective playlists. But you can also see the only things I really did to them was replace the brush roll bearings and put a new belt in, and obviously give them a bath, more or less. Okay, take it away, Mrs. Lab. Yeah, very short cord. now being chased by a Bissell.
Yeah, it does a pretty good job.
It does go, it will go flatter. Okay, here you go. I guess we could call them classic Bissells. So classic Bissell fans, what'd you think of that? So we had a red versus blue turbo versus Helix. And now that Mrs. VacLab has done a significant amount of carpet, what does she think?
What do I think? Well, again, this one's a little too heavy for me over time to push. I mean, it does a nice job. This one's a little bit on the lighter side as far as push and pull. I guess they're just okay for me.
They're just okay. All right.
Just
Well,
okay.
very inexpensive machines, kind of average pickup quality. But you know, the amazing thing really about both of these machines, they were used for a very long period of time. I think they were beat up a little bit toward the end of their so-called life, and I picked them both up at a curb find. I have a very minimal amount of money into a belt and brush roll bearings for both of them, and these things are still kicking. So let's hear it for Bissell toughness.
Woo!
Yeah, woohoo! Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.
Bye.
So let's take a look at the dirt pickup. And obviously the Helix vacuumed less carpet than the turbo did. So here's the filter. You see, got some dog hair there. Looks like a little bit of fine dust. This was completely blown clean before we started. Yeah, you can see my fingers here moving the very, very fine dust that got on top of the plastic here. There's no real buildup here in the cleats, but definitely there's some dirt pickup there, hair, a little bit of fine dust. Let's see, that's probably not going to stay there. Let's put that there. Pretty much nothing in here. Maybe a little coating of something. Never mind. I'll just move that. Get it back out of the way. Now, here's the business end. A lot of dog hair. A little bit of non-fibrous material, but not that much. So if I try to separate this as best I can, there you go. That's pretty much it. Alright, let's take a look at the turbo pickup. Jeez. Okay, yeah, bit of a difference here. So, Helix, turbo. Wow. Very, very similar setups, but look at that difference. Of course, this vacuumed a lot more than this did, but still, that's very different. Surprised the difference was really that much. That's kind of amazing. A little bit of stuff in here, that bottom tray. Anything get through? I can't even really see much. So certainly on the outer foam filter, but boy, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. And inside this little bin, so isn't that interesting? I'm just going to put that over there as a reminder. Now this is going to be almost impossible to separate, really. This is mostly fibrous material, really. It really is. So, a little bit of medium grade dust, a lot of fiber here. How about that? That is definitely something of note. Not so much the amount, but the type of pickup and where it went. How about that? Well, now, need to clean this up. This is the Florida Heritage 2 Legend, obviously in blower mode. The joys of owning and cleaning out bagless systems. Isn't that fantastic? Do you know what? The people have spoken, and bagless is here to stay. Anybody ever seen a self-propelled Heritage 2 Legend? I promise I won't touch the machine, other than to turn it on.